So dear friends, in the previous two lectures we discussed the various steps of the concept development. As we know that concept development is a working description and visualization of a product idea and to develop a concept. And the procedure of developing a concept which we discussed in the previous lectures. The summary of the previous lectures are: we have to define the product or a activity category, then identify a group of users in different regions and of different categories, gather a problem from the various groups, then sort and rank the problem according to their importance, and then the member of team who are responsible to develop a product concepts, they can start developing the concept of a product, and the various steps which we discuss in are the internal search or the outside search. So the internal search, we can also analyze or see the various records available within the organizations, like the routine contact of a customers, the sales report, it may be a daily or weekly depending upon the nature of product, findings from the technical service departments, the persons who are responsible providing the service of the existing product, the sales report file of corporate clients, warranty file will also indicate some problems, and we can also take the various problems through the technical and marketing teams, the technical peoples like R&D, engineering, manufacturing, technical services, regulatory affairs, and then we go after taking the various problems for the various subgroups of after decomposition of the problems, we have to analyze of problem inventory and user verbalize their wants in terms of their current products, and then all the problems after rankings we explore the various concepts systematically, and the members of the team, they are developing various concepts. Now in this session we have to identify or analyze whatever the concept developed by the team, they are feasible, and if they are feasible, then further we have to analyze what are the concepts they suited for developing a product. That means we have to select some of the concepts for further action. So the concept, feasibility and selections. During development of the concept by a team, now we have to analyze the feasibility of the various concepts. So from a variety of engineering options, which one is the best, which one is the most innovative, which one is the most elegant, or which one is the most cost effective. So there are so many criteria by which we can analyze the various concepts. So during feasibility check of the various concepts, some question arises to the development team for checking the or analyzing the feasibility of the concepts. The first is, can it be done? Does the market exist? That means whatever the concept developed by a team, analyze each and every concepts regarding their market, whether if the product is developed by a concept, then such type of product have a market or not? How long will it take to design? How much is the manufacturing cost per item? And how much will it cost to bring the product in market? So these are the various questions during checking the feasibility of each and every concept. So during check the feasibility of concept, team gives the answer to every concept. Along with above team, they will also check feasibility by evaluate the product merit. This requires an assessment of whether the product will fulfill the identified needs of a consumer. Also analyze or determine the technical hurdles during producing a product. This implies that the product development team must determine that the technology required to develop the product is existing or can be developed and is accessible. That means if producing a product, the team needs or team thinks that for producing this product we have to develop a new technology, then again they analyze whether it is accessible or not. Next one is estimate development time and cost. This refers to the assessment of time and the budget allocations and requires economic analysis as well as the project scheduling and the control technique assessment. Determine amount and type of testing requires. That means whenever they are producing a product, they also analyze what type of test required for a product developing by any concept. So any new product development technique will necessarily require some testing. So is it possible to pre-marketing test the product or not? Establish regulatory compliance. The essential answer to this question, whether the new product developed will comply to the rules and regulation of the authority of a particular country for which they are going to produce a product, or a region where the product after producing is consumed. Then determination of the production tool requirements. This aspect explore whether the production requirement, tools etc. are readily available or not. So this is the way by which we have to analyze each and every concept developed by a teams. So we check the feasibility after giving the answer of all such concepts. Now we go for the concept selection. So after developing the various concepts and evaluating their feasibility by the new product development team, the next step is selecting the concepts, in which team evaluate each concept with respect to the customer needs, comparing the relative strength and weakness of the various concepts, and then selecting some concepts most suited on above criteria. Then we go for further investigation and testing or the development of the models from those concepts. So while many stages of development process, it benefited from unbounded creativity and divergent thinking. Now here narrowing the set of concept alternatives under considerations. It is an iterative process and may not produce or select a dominant concepts immediately. Sometimes these concepts may combine and improve to temporarily enlarge the set of concepts under considerations. Means when we analyze these concepts for selections, sometimes the development thinks to combine some of the concepts and make another concepts which are more suited as compared to the previous concepts. So after certain iterations, a dominant concept is finally chosen. The methods of selecting the most suited concepts are: first, the external decision. External decision means the concepts are turned over to the customer or a client or some experts. That means whatever the concept we think that is most suited, these concepts are turned over to the target customer or a client, or we can take the help of some experts. Then next is the product champion. The influential member of the product development team chooses a concept based on the personal preferences. It is generally belongs to a top management level member. The concept is chosen by its feel, intuitions, then multi-votings. Sometimes in some of the concepts, some of the peoples opt one concept and some of the peoples may opt some another concepts which suited to the desired products. So in such situations, they can also selecting a concept by voting. So each member votes for several concepts. The concepts with most votes is to be selected. And the next one is the pros and cons. The team lists the strength and weakness of each concept and make a choice based upon the group opinion. So after making a list of strength and weakness of each concept, the team member should sit together and discuss the strength and weakness of each concept, and finally they make the opinion for a particular concept. The team rates each concept against pre-specified selection criteria. So whenever we are developing the various concepts according to the needs and wants, the development team converted these needs and wants in some variables. So one method is to select a most suited concept is in each and every concepts, whatever the criteria we are taken which satisfy the needs and customers, we have to analyze each and every concepts. And some another method which is selecting the concept are, we have to make the prototype or a model of the concepts, and the organization builds the test and prototype of each concept, making a selection based upon the test data. So after analyzing those models, on the basis of their test results, we have to select. The components of concept selections. There are various components by which we go for selecting a concept. So one is the component screening, another is the concept scoring. So during concept screening, the concepts are evaluated to a common reference concept, and some concepts are eliminated. Now team may choose to move on concept scoring and conduct more detailed analysis and finer quantitative analysis using the scoring matrix. So during the screening and scoring, several iterations may be performed with a new alternative arising from the combination of the features of some concepts. Means we have to mix some of the concepts and make a new concepts. So during these stages, following steps which leads the team through the concept selection activity. Prepare the selection matrix. Rate the concepts on various criteria. The rating may be 0, 1 and 2, 3. Rank the concepts. Combine and improve the concepts. Select one or more concepts. And finally, the reflects on results and the process. So with experience, user of the concepts, selection method will discover several substitutes. So we have discussed some of the methods and point out a few areas of process. So we have to decomposition of a concept quality. Since the concept quality is sum of the quality of concept related to each criteria which fulfill the customer needs and wants. So before to begin developing a concepts, the team finalize the various criteria on which they develop the various concepts. So here the member of the team, they analyze all such criteria which fulfill the customer needs and wants. So for example, the performance of tennis racket. The design may arise in highly complex way from its weight, that means weight of the racket, ease of swings, shock transmissions and energy absorption. So these criteria may be chosen when there is a multi-attribute decision making. So including the issue of non-linearship among the selection criteria. Next one is the subjective criteria. Some selection criteria, particularly those related to the aesthetics, are highly subjective. That means what is the feel of a product if we develop by a particular concept. So choose among the alternative based on solely or subjective criteria must made carefully. So in general, the development team collective judgment is not the best way to evaluate the concept on subjective dimensions. Rather than, the team should narrow the alternatives to 3 or 4 and then solicit the opinion of the representative customers. From the target markets or for the product, perhaps using the mock-ups or model to represent the concepts. Next is to facilitate improvement of concept. So during the rating of each concept, the team may wish to make note of any outstanding attribute of a concept which is useful to identify any features and which could be applied to other concepts, which may improve the other concepts. So team seeks to combine, refine and improve the concepts before making the final selections. Where to include costs? Since selection criteria will be on the basis of market and the customer needs and wants, not the ease of manufacturing and its cost. That means these are the not a most important criteria at this stage, because here for selecting a concept, the basic ideology is if we develop a product from the concept, whether it's suited to market and fulfill the needs of a customers. But for a team, it is important criteria to select concept. Rather, it is not important for the customer point of view, but for the firm point of view or a organization point of view, it is a important criteria to select concept because it decides the economic success of a firm. Now, applying concept selection throughout the development team. That means not here, at every stage afterwards we can develop the concept whatever we selected. Means the selected concept at this stage may review during design and during production of a product.